Just have to say, Kim, what were you thinking? Like, she is 12 years old, literally 12. And this person she's with is supposed to be her friend, but she looks like a whole ass grown adult with all of these tattoos and stuff, which I find very strange.
Kim Kardashian is out here in Italy turning heads, just not in the way she thinks. Her outfit had people cringing, and on top of that, her daughter North stirred up even more buzz after being spotted with a shocking piercing on her middle finger. That's right, 12 years old and already rocking something that looks both wild and painful. Kim's fashion choices during this trip scream desperate, like she's trying way too hard to stay edgy and relevant. People are roasting her online for looking more like she's in a costume than an actual outfit. But what's stealing the spotlight isn't even Kim, it's North's piercing. Fans are zooming in on pictures asking, wait, does North really have a dermal piercing on her finger? Now, let's be real. It's not about hating on piercings. Lots of people love a good alt look. But at 12, that's a whole different story. Parents everywhere are side-eyeing this situation, saying they would never let their kid get something so extreme, especially since dermal piercings are notorious for getting infected, popping out, and leaving scars.
Kardashian is catching heat again, this time for her 12-year-old daughter, Northwest, being spotted out with a hand piercing. Appears like she got her middle finger pierced, right in the webbing area almost between her pointer finger and her middle finger. I have more pics that I'll show in a minute, but I just have to say, Kim, what were you thinking? Like, she is 12 years old, literally 12. And this person she's with is supposed to be her friend, but she looks like a whole ass grown adult with all of these tattoos and stuff, which I find very strange. I guess she's a friend and nail artist. Here's another picture. Again, really hard to see, but if you look closely, right there you can kind of see the gold. And the crazy thing is that these finger piercings and body piercings, like the dermal ones, are known for getting infected super easily and rejecting. So why she would have even allowed this is crazy to me personally. Not something I would allow my 12-year-old child to do.
People who've had these piercings know the struggle. They hurt, they swell, and they often don't last. And to see a kid rocking one, it's raising eyebrows everywhere. Some are saying Kim is letting her daughter grow up way too fast, while others feel like it's just another publicity stunt to keep the Kardashian name in the headlines. People online are debating like crazy. Some are saying, what's the big deal? It's just a finger piercing, not like she got her tongue done. Others insist it's just a ring and everyone's overreacting. But listen, I'm not about to sit here and break down jewelry rumors. To me, it really does look like an actual piercing, and the fact that legit outlets are reporting it as one makes the whole thing even juicier. And here's where it gets messy. It even looks a little red and irritated, almost like it could be infected. If that's true, then someone definitely needs to keep an eye on it before things get worse. But North's piercing wasn't the only shocking moment in Italy. Kim herself managed to stir up some serious tension. Kim was being honored at an event in Italy, stepping into the spotlight to accept an award. But the moment she walked in, all eyes weren't just on her. They were also on Diane von Furstenberg. The iconic designer was right there in the front row, and from the way she was standing, pointing Kim to her seat, you could feel the icy vibes between them. Fashion insiders swear this might be the start of a new feud, and let's be real. Kim loves collecting rivals almost as much as she loves new outfits. Now let's talk about that dress. Kim showed up in what can only be described as a wedgie dress. Skin tight in all the wrong places, pulling so much that just looking at it made people squirm. Viewers were flooding the comments saying, like, that cannot be comfortable. And honestly, they're right. I mean, how do you even sit in that without adjusting every 2 seconds? The comment section was on fire, with one person saying, that moment was so stern and awkward. It felt like watching me get tangled in a fitted sheet. Another joked that Diane straight up told Kim, sit down, now. And honestly, it kind of looked like it. The awkwardness ran deep. Because here's the truth, this wasn't really Kim's event. Sure, she was technically honored, but the spotlight was supposed to be on Diane von Furstenberg. And yet, Kim still showed up last, strolling in like the queen of late entrances. People online dragged her for it, calling it flat-out disrespectful. One person wrote, the actual honoree is already seated, and Kim, as usual, shows up late. Zero class. Ouch! Now, Diane is no rookie in this game. At 70 plus, she's fashion royalty, more like Anna Wintour levels of don't test me. She's not about to tolerate any Kardashian antics, especially not someone stealing the shine at her own celebration. And Kim, she looked like she didn't even notice. But everyone else sure did. By the time the big group photo rolled around, the tension was impossible to ignore. All the big names were lined up, waiting, but of course Kimberly had to be the last one to drag her wedgie dress over to the picture. You could literally see Diane pointing again, motioning for her to sit like she was scolding a kid. The expression on her face screamed, "Enough already, let's get this over with." Imagine that. An iconic designer, 78 years old, standing there like she's got a million better places to be, waiting on Kim to finally fall in line. It was embarrassing, and the cameras caught every second of it. Somebody roll out the carpet for the so-called queen. Kim showed up in this dull gray number that honestly looked more like a pair of Target bedsheets than couture. That heather gray. Cozy for a duvet, not for the runway. People in the comments wasted no time roasting her, and the shade was brutal. One person pointed out how Diane von Furstenberg's face said it all. You could see the disgust every time Kim tried to pose. Another added, "Terrible bra, DVF." The crowd wasn't just noticing the dress, it was the whole vibe. Screenshots were flying around showing Diane's, "Are you kidding me?" face while Kim stood there like nothing was wrong. At one point, people even quoted Kim's awkward apology, "Sorry, I hope you weren't all waiting for me." And the comments were like, "Girl, they literally were." The look on Diane's face screamed, "We've all been here forever while you strutted in late." You could tell Kim felt the energy too. During those photos, she looked stiff, almost like she knew everyone was over her little moment. But just when the shade hit peak level, there was one surprisingly sweet scene that made people pause. A small business owner from TikTok, this woman who makes her own gummies, actually spotted Kim out in Italy and ran up to hand her a bag of her brand. For once, Kim didn't seem like the diva everyone complains about. She accepted it, and it was actually wholesome to see, a little rare palate cleanser in the middle of all this chaos.
Kim Kardashian just saw Megos.
Right there. Give her your card, honey.
Where? Oh my god, I have a bag of Megos! Kim? Okay, hi. I'm a huge fan, I love you so much.
Nice to meet you.
No, I'm so excited to meet you. This is also my candy company. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I don't get starstruck for anybody. Truly, nobody, except for Kim K. And I just saw her on the streets. I didn't know what to do. I totally messed it up probably, and I just told her I loved her, and I'm a huge fan. And then her security guy was like, "Okay, thank you." And I'm like, "And by the way, this is my candy company." And then I just handed her my candy, and she was so nice.
After all that chaos, let's pause on the BS for a second. Kim might be messy, but she's still a businesswoman through and through, and you can tell she respects the hustle when she sees it. That TikTok gummy moment, fans think it actually stuck with her. One person commented, "Kim will definitely remember this and probably already looked up the company." Another added, "She remembers every detail, so down to earth." Now, calling Kim Kardashian down to earth is a bold statement. But hey, shoot your shot, right? Other viewers were calling it straight up brave, saying they applauded that business owner for going for it. And honestly, facts. It takes guts to walk up to one of the most famous women in the world and hand her your product. Respect where it's due. But while that was a sweet, wholesome moment, Kim had a very different energy at the same Italian event. And this time, it had nothing to do with fashion. She decided to speak out about immigration raids in the US, and suddenly, the headlines went from wedgie dress to Kim versus Trump. Yep, you heard that right. Kimberly is now clashing with the former president, and the shift in tone is wild compared to how she played things a few years back. She said in her remarks, "When you hear about raids, the story's always framed around criminals, but the truth is hardworking people who've built their lives here, are getting caught up and torn apart too." Kim called it out for what it is, families getting ripped away and communities being shaken. From promoting gummies on the street to calling out Trump's policies at a global event, Kim's Italian trip had range. Kim didn't stop there. She doubled down in Italy, saying, You want to believe that there's a powerful message and protection, but then you see that it's not really happening like that. It's really tough. But I think we have to do what we can to protect the people that have really supported and built our country. Sounds heartfelt, right? But the White House was not here for it. Officials clapped back hard, accusing her of being misinformed and detached from the reality of operations in LA. Their statement painted the raids as nothing but Homeland Security removing murderers, gang members, offenders, and people who hurt children. Then they went for the jugular, asking, why does Ms. Kardashian continue to do the bidding of criminals at the expense of innocent Americans and brave law enforcement? That's about as sharp a drag as you'll ever see aimed at a reality star. The fact that the government even addressed Kim's comments had people buzzing. Like, imagine the White House being this pressed over a celebrity with a wedgie dress. But critics quickly reminded everyone, Kim hasn't exactly been an enemy to the Trumps in the past. She's been friendly with Ivanka, she's given public shout-outs to Melania, and she's had access to Trump's inner circle. So when she suddenly came out swinging on immigration raids, the switch-up shocked a lot of people. Of course, not everyone bought her activist moment. One commenter called her out saying, she spoke on the problem but didn't mention the source, aka the president and his policies. Miss us with the fake activism. That's the vibe for many. It's one thing to say nice words, but when it comes to calling out power directly, Kim always seems to stop just short. And honestly, who's really out here depending on the Kardashian brand for genuine activism? Exactly. At this point, I don't even know if anyone should be looking at the Kardashians for fashion tips anymore. After Kim's front wedgie disaster, Khloe tried stepping out in her own look. And wow, the pictures were rough. Now, don't get me wrong, Khloe has been glowing lately, looking more beautiful than ever, but this outfit, total flop. It looked awkward, badly fitted, and honestly, even Khloe's face gave it away. She had that, why did I wear this expression written all over her? Turns out Khloe wasn't just randomly out, she was having dinner with Hailey Bieber. And isn't it wild how Hollywood circles overlap like that? Khloe's in a confusing fit, while Hailey, as usual, kept it basic in her signature little black dress. Fans in the comments were mixed. One person said, I'm so confused by Khloe's outfit. I get the concept, but it's just wrong. While another tried to defend her, saying they loved it. But honestly, it felt more like a fashion experiment gone sideways. As for why these private celebrity dinners keep happening, people are asking the real questions. Is it actually about friendship or just content and tax write-offs? Hailey supposedly hosted this one to promote her beauty brand Rhode, but come on. Why do you need a secret dinner just to market skincare to your already rich celebrity friends? Feels more like staged photo ops than genuine bonding. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner popped up in a new photo shoot and finally shut down the pregnancy rumors. She confirmed she's not expecting, and honestly, I never thought she was. Those whispers started about 8 months ago and fizzled out pretty fast. And let's be real, does anyone think Timoth is out here casually trying to get Kylie pregnant? Yeah, no, that's not the vibe at all. Honestly, I feel like if Kylie could lock Timoth down with a baby, she probably would. But Timmy, he's clearly pumping the brakes. Kylie, meanwhile, is keeping herself busy with photo shoots. And of course, she looks every inch the Kardashian Jenner prototype. She's got the angles, the figure, the billionaire glow. If I had her bank account, I'd be posing up a storm too. And yes, fans couldn't help but notice her new curves front and center. People were quick to shout out the upgrades. But while Kylie is serving billionaire glam in front of the camera, Timoth is living a whole different life across the globe. According to reports, he's fully immersed in filming Dune 3. They say he's grinding with 18-hour shooting days. But when there's downtime, he's partying it up with his castmates and crew, fully leaning into that young Hollywood lifestyle. And here's the kicker. He's not a method actor. Thank God. Method actors love to use their craft as an excuse for toxic behavior. Some of the most chaotic men in Hollywood hide behind that title. But Timmy, he's the opposite. He can snap in and out of character at the drop of a hat. One insider put it simply, he's not a method actor at all, which honestly is refreshing. No drama, no pretending to stay dark in real life. Just a guy who knows how to do his job and still have fun after hours. When Timoth isn't channeling a dark, brooding tyrant on screen, he's cracking jokes and keeping spirits high with his castmates. Everyone on set says the vibe is light and fun whenever he's around. And let's be clear, his spot as a true A-lister is officially locked in. With Dune cementing him as one of Hollywood's top names, he's being talked about in the same league as legends like Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. That's a huge leap for Timmy Boy, and fans are living for it. And thank you to everyone who tunes in, comments, and keeps this community alive. Now don't forget, if you want more daily celebrity gossip drama, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, drop a comment, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. We drop new tea every single day right here at NoFilter. See you in the next one.